It is always a highlight in any artistic gymnastics competition. The women's floor final. Quite literally centre stage for these athletes. In the middle of this magnificent arena, we will all be entertained by the women's floor competition. Even some of the busiest gymnasts at the Games now taking their seats just to enjoy it all as spectators.
Representing England,
Abby Martin, the top qualifier. The English gymnast was part of the British team when she won bronze at her debut Senior World Championships last year. Georgia Godwin of Australia, their most successful gymnast in the history of the Commonwealth Games. Kate McDonald, 7th best in qualification, and a gymnast who's having an amazing time in Glasgow, winning so many honours. Amanda Yap, who's already equalled Singapore's best ever performance in any artistic gymnastics event at the Games. The second strongest performer in the preliminary round, Leah-Monica Fontaine of Canada. She could win this. Silver medalist at the Pan American Championships last year. Shantae Mankwa, 3rd best in qualification. The English gymnast has had an incredible time at the Games. She has presence galore on the apparatus. And Leah Reddick of Canada, silver medalist at this year's edition of the Pan American Championships. And look where we finished. The Welsh gymnast Ruby Evans, who won the silver medal at the World Championships last year. The first Welsh gymnast to win an individual medal at the World Championships. A great lineup and great entertainment coming up at Glasgow 2026. The last women's competition in artistic gymnastics, the floor exercise. We begin with Abby Martin of England, the top performer in qualification. We finish with Ruby Evans of Wales, 5th best in qualifying, but the runner-up at the World Championships last year. And in the middle of the pack, we've got Leah-Monica Fontaine of Canada, who was the 2nd best performer in the qualifying round. It is set to be magnificent entertainment. Ollie Hockman here with Blythe Lawrence alongside me, and Blythe is going to guide you through now what to look for in a women's floor routine.
As many of you watching on will know, women's floor exercise is the only apparatus in gymnastics to be performed to music. Tumbling is melded with dance here. The tumbling requirements include showing at least one double flipping somersault and one somersault with at least a full twist amongst 2 or 3 or sometimes even 4 tumbling passes, as well as a series of at least 2 different leaps or jumps. Now, all of that is paramount to a gymnast's difficulty score, but it's not the only important component in a floor routine. Artistic presentation is also being assessed here. So simply put, when it comes to artistry, gymnasts need to display character in their choreography and also make sure that their movements really match the music well. They'll be needing to put their whole body, not just their arms and legs, into the display, and all of that adds up to some wonderful performances, and we're looking forward to it all.
And indeed, Kate McDonald, who is warming up at the moment, is one of the great architects of choreography that perfectly matches her orchestration. It's very staccato, it is very idiosyncratic, it matches perfectly with her choice of music.
And as you emphasize so often, there is room for all kinds of styles on floor exercise, styles of dance, styles of movement.
This is where I run the risk of getting up onto my soapbox and banging a drum. But yes, there must be artistic diversity in any artistic sport, whether it's gymnastics, whether it's figure skating, whatever, you have to have room for multiple interpretations of what artistry is. No one dance style owns the word artistry, no one nation owns the concept of artistry. It exists all over the world in different forms, and the sport must celebrate it.
You speak of a soapbox. Here, I think you mean a chalk box.
Very good. Well, she's chalked up the experience of bronze at the World Championships, the young English gymnast Abby Martin, and she's going to get us started.
And our first gymnast is waiting for the swimming score final.
This is a new floor exercise for England's Abby Martin. It's got lots of difficulty, and she was the top qualifier. Bronze medalist at the World Championships last year. The music is sharp and discordant, and she performs it well. The tumbling is sharp and anything but discordant, and she performs that well too. England's Abby Martin. What a start.
It's a completely new look for Abby Martin on floor exercise with a brand new first tumbling pass, double layout, full out. It's something that she's been bedding into her repertoire here, and that might be the best that she has performed it. Her second pass, a double layout, comes up with a very good landing as well. Gymnasts ideally will be sticking all of their tumbling, but above the tumbling, which is always fantastic with her, there is this mature, dramatic presentation, this kind of nightmarish horror movie choreography with the idea of the mechanical doll really well established in the opening seconds. To this point in her career, she's always done quite jazzy, big band music. This is a very mature, dramatic new look.
13.25 in qualification. Hats off to Abby Martin for how she's performed at these games. .333. That's going to be very difficult to beat. It may well be the highest difficulty that we see in the entire competition. Massive score. A massive collection of medals at the Commonwealth Games. Unprecedented success in Australia's history in this great sport for Georgia Godwin, one of the greats. Imagine what it takes to get more medals at the Commonwealth Games than the great Alana Slater. Well, that's what Georgia Godwin has done. She has now 9 at the Commonwealth Games, and Alana Slater will be the first to applaud and to cheer. Not been a bad games for the Australian women's team.
Her balance beam title secured. Brianna Scott can just watch her teammates as they compete on floor.
Well, she couldn't until she appeared on the big screen in front of everyone and noticed it. Back to this display from the great Georgia Godwin.
Regardless of where she finishes in the standings, Georgia Godwin has won something perhaps more important than a Commonwealth Games medal. She has proven to herself that she could get back to elite gymnastics following a devastating Achilles tear back in 2024. It has been a very long road. She's been very clear about that, about everything that is taken to get here, and about all of the people who have helped her. This is a performance for them and for her.
She's been so gracious in thanking all of those people, in recognising it's a team effort, and not just people as well.
Her dog, Remy, she said, played a pivotal part in her recovery, sometimes helping her get out of bed in the morning.
Yes, in those dark days when she had nothing else to motivate her, getting up and taking Remy for a walk, looking after them, that was vital. 12.3, Georgia Godwin's score. Now, I can guarantee to you that at the end of the gymnastics competition at Glasgow 2026, you're going to remember certain things, certain performances, certain celebrations, certain emotional reactions that people had, and you will remember Kate McDonald's floor choreography. And this is why. Lesson that the Australian team teaches the world. It's about ownership. In Georgia Godwin, you've got ownership of your destiny. In Brianna Scott, you've got ownership of your career. In Kate McDonald, you've got ownership of choreography, ownership of artistry. Destiny in your hands, the message of the gymnasts of the Commonwealth Games. A life lesson, not just a sporting one.
It's a full package floor exercise, this. The tumbling is phenomenal. She opens up with a front handspring to double front tuck. Great open out, just the smallest of hops on the landing. She really likes front tumbling, and it works very well for her. This is a front handspring to front with double twist. So just one rotation, but 2 twists. Everything works so well in this routine. It's blended so seamlessly. And the effect even movements of the fingers can have is phenomenal. The challenge thrown down to gymnasts is to use their entire body in the choreography. She certainly has fulfilled that brief. The 2.5 twist, her one back tumbling pass, done with a relatively large step forward. But regardless, this whole routine building up to this mic drop at the end. Another mic drop moment, really, provided by Kate McDonald at the Commonwealth Games.
Kate McDonald, 12.933. She's in the silver medal position. The highest execution score that we've seen. That won't surprise you. She's 7/10 lower than the difficulty of Abby Martin, but from an artistry standpoint, McDonald in a class of her own. Now, this is a really nice performance that you're about to witness. Amanda Yap of Singapore, and she's already been on the beam podium today. Just had a little loss of that final tumbling pass, but what she has accomplished at these games. Singapore's Amanda Yap on the podium. Lovely to see Jovi Low in there, by the way, the young man who was injured during the all-around competition a few days ago. He's in very good spirits. There he is, Jovi Low. We've had, he's in very good spirits.
He heard you.
We've had a couple of chats with him and he's doing very well. Nice lad. And this was a great performance from a really developing gymnast.
You might have heard of Amanda Yap for her performances on balance beam. At this Commonwealth Games, we have been introduced to Amanda Yap, the all-around gymnast. And at just 17, one gets the impression that she is still at the beginning of what could be an incredible international career.
Interesting choreography. The whole of the floor area. Useful body movements.
Floor exercise really is an endurance apparatus. 70 to 90 seconds of going all out, and occasionally, well, you can get a little bit tired on a double salto element at the end of a routine. She's done a lot of gymnastics here. Regardless of the score, she can be really proud of herself.
Amanda Yap of Singapore, 11 exactly. Martin leads at the halfway stage. She leads by 4/10 of a mark. That's a healthy advantage. Kate McDonald and Georgia Godwin second and third. Now that said, what we still have to come is a high quality sequence of floor performances. the next gymnast that we're going to see, Leah Monica Fontaine of Canada, could challenge the English advantage. Not that there's any dampening the mood of the English fans at the moment, but Leah Monica Fontaine had the second highest difficulty score in qualification, just 1/10 lower than Abby Martin.
She has amazing tumbling ability, Leah Monica Fontaine, as you might expect from someone who has emerged as a potential superstar on vault, winning the gold medal here, the silver medal on the apparatus at the World Championships last autumn. It's a wonderfully entertaining routine as well, both in the tumbling, of course, and in the choreography.
Our next gymnast, using the floor from Canada, Leah Monica Fontaine.
The 16-year-old Leah Monica Fontaine of Canada. She's been a Pan American Championship medalist on this apparatus. Take it all in, Leah Monica Fontaine, because the world is taking you in and realising just how good you are. If you're going to be the Pan American champion on floor, which is a remarkably difficult accomplishment, you obviously are a high-quality tumbler. But there's more than that, isn't there? She is a high-quality gymnast, full stop, all around.
Yes, she is an emerging all-around sensation. She's proven that here. Floor exercise still remains one of her showcase exercises. She begins with a double twisting, double tuck, the power on that, the air time. And then her second pass is a double layout. Anytime, anywhere you have a gymnast who is doing a double layout as a second or even third pass, as we see very seldom, you know that you have affair with a real contender. This is the requisite series of leaps that gymnasts have to do in the exercise, and then she ends the routine with a front tuck through to a double back, and as ever comes up with a great landing. Such energy in this exercise.
Such promise as well. Congratulations, Leah Monica Fontaine. There's the lead up, Abby Martin. Three performances to come after this. Has Martin managed to hold on to the lead? Has Fontaine managed to do enough? It could be tight. That's close. She's into the silver medal position. 13.1. 1/10 lower in difficulty, just over a 10th lower in execution than Martin, but higher than McDonald. by about a couple of tenths. 12.933 currently holds bronze. Shanteva Mankwa scored over 13 in qualification, and this is an exercise you will enjoy. It's a great exercise from Shanteva Mankwa of England. What works so well is the choreographic style. There are so many little moments where she, to take a phrase from the song, strikes a pose, where she gives you not quite a moment of stillness, but near stillness. And it gives shape to the whole exercise. It gives a sense of marking the moment amidst all of this big tumbling.
Style is the word. She just exudes it in the choreography. The tumbling really not bad either. She shows an unusual first tumbling pass, a full twist, there it is, through to 2 back handsprings. And she ends with a really nice tight double tuck. Note how she keeps her knees completely together. That is rare, and that is the mark of excellent execution on that element. Her second pass, a front handspring to a front layout with full twist, which she combines with a single stag jump. And finally, she shows us right at the end of the routine when the gymnast is normally tired, this good, tight double pike to a great landing. Amongst the competitors that we have seen, she has had perhaps the best execution on all of her landings. A routine to be proud of.
Shanteva Mankwa of England. Oh, well done! 13.3! And she's got easily the highest execution score. The artistry particularly impressive. She's only 0.033 behind Abby Martin. So it's an England 1 and 2 at the moment, with Fontaine in third. Now, this is totally different choreographically compared to the last routine. This is Leah Reddick of Canada. It's classical and it's narrative driven. moment of exquisite calm. The Romeo and Juliet narrative of Leah Reddick from Canada. It's very memorable.
Oh, it's beautiful. Some gymnasts have the ability to tell whole stories with just a movement of the arms and hands. She is amongst them. And when it comes to the execution of her tumbling, she's very impressive as well. The first pass, a 2.5 twist into a front tuck with half twist. She didn't quite get the bounce out of the 2.5 that she needed to go for a really good landing. But the other two passes were excellent. This second pass is what we saw from Shante-Eve Amankwa, except that Leah Reddick dismounts with a double pike and sticks the landing. The double pike considered harder than the double tuck. And then she closes with a double tuck. And note once more how she keeps her knees together on that final pass. A really good display of tumbling and execution and narrative storytelling.
You can make it.
13.233. She's in the bronze medal position with 1 to go. So Martin guaranteed at least silver. Amankwa guaranteed at least bronze. However, guess who's next? The last woman to perform at Glasgow 2026. The first Welsh gymnast to win an individual medal at the World Championships. 5th best in qualification, but Ruby Evans can do a lot more. Let's see what she does here. What a way to finish. It's not been the easiest of competitions for her, but as they say in Wales, a Mawhid, Ruby Evans is still here. And I think that was the performance she wanted.
What a stunning routine.
19 years old, the all-round British champion.
And they are teammates together in the British squad. They were on the World Championship podium together, Martin and Evans.
This routine is packed with difficulty. She opens with this gorgeous double layout. Look how long she holds the stretched position. Emily and Abby Roper cheering her on every step of the way. And there are 4 tumbling passes in this routine, all of them very difficult. This is the third one, a front layout full combined with another front layout full. And she minimizes the landing deductions, just small hops Those will be a couple tenths in execution each one. But she's also racking up the difficulty, and in between, she gives us such beautiful, memorable choreography.
What a final it's been. Striking a pose near the no routine with a big smile. Well done, Ruby Evans.
Her teammates delighted. Martin leads, then Amankwa, then Reddick. 13.333, 13.3, 13.233. But what for Ruby Evans, the World Championship silver medalist last year in Jakarta. The last moments of nervousness before the numbers are calculated and before the score is displayed. Will Martin hold on? Amankwa, her teammate, alongside her on the leaderboard too, separated by just a few hundreds. And it is a long wait. And it is an anxious wait, especially for her. Leah Reddick, third.
And the score is ended as 13.5, meaning that
For the first time in the history of the Commonwealth Games, an artistic gymnast from Wales has taken gold. Ruby Evans, a Mohede, she is still here. An unbelievable win for the Welsh team and for Ruby Evans, who waited until the last performance by any woman at the Commonwealth Games to deliver the final chapter of a Games that has been up and down and that has ended with the greatest high in Welsh artistic gymnastics history. Congratulations to Shantaeva Amankwa and Abby Martin on their bronze and silver medals. And Ruby Evans has written a new chapter in Welsh gymnastics history. Giving a hug there was Liv Brill. Ruby Evans became the first gymnast from Wales to be named as a full member of the British team since Olivia Brill and Lynette Lyle in 17 years. And there is Liv Brill right next to her. The medalists in the women's floor exercise. Bronze to England's Shantaeva Amankwa, her teammate Abby Martin just ahead of her to take silver, and Ruby Evans becomes the first Welsh gymnast in the artistic competitions at the Commonwealth Games to win a gold medal.
Well, Ruby Evans, as Ollie was saying, world silver medalist, Commonwealth champion, history maker.